Has anyone here done the focus wheel process, Abraham Hicks's focus wheel process? So let's do that today. So if you grab a piece of paper and in the middle of the piece of paper, draw a little circle, and I want you to put your number one biggest, juiciest intentional goal in that circle as if it's done. So I want you to say, I am serving X number of clients, or I am making this amount of money, whatever it is that I am a six-figure coach, whatever your goal is in the middle there, in a positive statement. And I'm going to use the example for this training of 5K months, because that's what we talk about in the Soul Fire process. So obviously adjust this to whatever your own goals are. But I'm going to say for this example of I'm making a 5K monthly impact, that's how I'm going to say it. So what comes up for you when you write that down in the middle of the piece of paper? If you're 100% it's done, then you're done. For most of us, there's going to be that little voice. So I want you to start finding statements. The way the focus wheel works is we start by making very general statements that we believe in. And then as you go round, there's normally about 12 statements. As you go round the focus wheel, there's no exact rules. It can be 8, it can be 10, it can be 12. But as you go round the focus wheel, you're going to get more specific and more focused on what your goal is. So for example, if I say I'm making 5K a month impact, my first at 12 o'clock, so if you draw the spokes out from the little circle, just on mine like that, it's going to be like a clock. So I've just got my intention in the middle, and then I've got my little spokes coming off. So the one at the top is, I love being in flow. So that might be my first statement. Maybe that's too much of a leap. And Abraham Hicks talks about the focus wheel being like those old, those old merry-go-rounds that we used, not merry-go, those old, what do you call them, roundabouts, we used to have when we were kids before health and safety said it was too dangerous. And if the roundabout's going too fast, you can't jump on it, can you? You have to let it, and there'd always be one kid with their leg hanging off the back trying to slow it down so their mates could get on. And when the wheel slows down enough, you can jump on, and then everyone's kicking it with their leg to speed it up. And that's the same with this focus wheel process. If the wheel's going too fast and you get ahead of yourself, energetically, your statement, your belief just gets bumped off. So you have to slow things down so that you can get on board. Does that make sense? So if I said my first statement was I love being in flow, there might be another resistance that comes up that says, well, I'm not always in flow. So let's take it more specific. So an example would be, I love it when my business feels easy. It's a really generic statement, but it's moving me towards those 5K months, isn't it? And then, so if I start with at 12 o'clock, I love it when my business feels easy. Again, and feel into your body. How does your nervous system feel? Does your nervous system feel like, yeah, that's a true statement. That resonates for me. If it doesn't, go back a step. But that works for me. I love it when my business feels easy. And then the next one might be, I love working in alignment. Now, again, that might be too specific. Your little voice might be saying, are you in alignment? So if you get resistance to these statements, you need to go out and be more general. But as we get more general and your body's comfortable and your nervous system is saying, yes, I feel good with that, then we can get more specific. Does that make sense? So let me look at some more examples. I know I can change my thoughts about anything. A very general statement. But what does that lead me to? If I know I can change my thoughts about anything, and I really believe that 100% in my core, that means I can change my belief about making my 5K month, doesn't it? I can shift my beliefs. I have the power to shift my beliefs. And here's some other statements that you can use. I like the feeling of offering no resistance. So again, a very general statement. And you can say, I like the feeling of offering no resistance to money. Here's another one that works well. I am reaching for. So I'm going to say, I am reaching for a feeling of abundance. And then from there, my next one would be, I am on track for 5K months. And now I feel comfortable saying that because I know I can work in alignment. I know I can change my thoughts. I know I've got the power to shift my beliefs. So can you see how this is working? And then as we go round, I have achieved. So I might say, I have achieved abundance. I have achieved consistent sales in my business. Again, if that doesn't sit with you, go back a step. I love, I allow, I am. 5K months come easily. I love it when. I like the feeling of, I have achieved. I know it's a matter of, ... Okay, so everyone got their focus wheel. And the way you can use this is, I mean, even as you're doing it, it'll be lifting your energy and releasing that resistance to your goal. But also when you tune into that goal, if you have a morning practice, we'll use the 3-3-3 process, and you get any resistance. You know, we talk about how confident are you if you're achieving your goal, and people say 7 or 8 out of 10. This is a process you can use to close that gap between the 7 or 8 and to get you to the 10 out of 10. Does that make sense? Because we're doing it in little steps, and we're doing it in a way that our brain and our ego can agree. So all the statements are things that you agree with and you believe. And then you're just getting more and more specific as you go around.